Hey, this is your recap Aunty. Hey, y'all. Hey, this is Shar. Welcome to my channel. Welcome. Hopefully, you all are doing well. I am doing great. We are here to do a full recap of episode number 178 of Beyond the Gates. So let's go ahead and get this party started, honey. We're going to get this party started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, wonderful mother. Hello, darling. Guess who's back in Fairmont Crest? It's Danny. So we are all at the country club. We have Danielle, we have Nicole and Anita. We are all at the country club. I want that red drink that they be drinking, honey. They be sipping it like it's so good. Hello, wonderful sissy. That's what Danny says to her sissy. Well, two wonderfuls, Nicole says. LA must have agreed with you, girl. Tell us everything, honey. Is Eric Forrester the same silver fox I remember him to be when he fitted me for the Soul Train Awards? You didn't tell them that you didn't go to the model, Danny. Now she got her little friend skirt. Her fringe looking skirt. It's cute. Go ahead, Danielle. Danielle looks like she's glowing, honey. Anita continues on and says, now he said he wasn't no dancer, honey, but I got him to bust a move or two. I didn't see Eric or anyone else at Forrester Creations, mother. Nicole was like, wait a minute. None of the executives wanted to be at the shoot? What? There was no shoot. I called, I canceled the job, and spent the week honeymooning in LA. But I thought that you were so excited about your return to the runway, child. That was the old Danny, Danny says. The new, or shall I say, newlywed Danny, decided to put her marriage first. Like you always do, Danny. Like you always do, girl. So we see Bill and Tomas come to the restaurant, well, the country club. And so Tomas tells Bill, your dinner invitation made me a little nervous. Bill, they stand in the doorway talking. Bill is so happy to see Danny, he could just scream and squeal. So Bill told Tomas, "Don't be scared, baby. This is just to thank you for all of your hard work. That's all." When I tell you that suit is looking nice, and Bill is looking nice. Not only have you made valuable contribution to several major cases, but you've been a real asset on the review board, which unfortunately we had to form because of the misbegotten sexual harassment lawsuit. They've also been trying to keep an eye on the Duprees like you asked, and but lately it seems like you're more plugged into what's going on with the family than I am. Well, I do appreciate your efforts for keeping me informed, Bill says. Loyalty matters a lot to me, Tomas. And you have proven yours, and that's why I want to talk to you about your future at the firm. Ow! Next scene, baby. We is at the precinct and I see a lickable Tootsie Roll on my screen. I mean, it's let me give him the respect that he needs. It is Captain Elon, what's his last name? Hawthorne, yeah. And we see Jacob, he there too, but my eyes is fixated on that lickable ball he had. Oh, they pan over to the right, baby. It's got Marcel. I wish I was that cup of coffee in Marcel's hand right now. But anyway, poor Elon, he's typing, honey. He's like, this damn presentation. And Jacob was like, anything I can help with? Leave your pappy alone while he doing grown folks work. You supposed to be the desk duty, boy. Elon tells him, unfortunately, no, boy. Not unless you can make these numbers make sense to me. To say he has to present all of his stats in an upcoming meeting with the mayor. Oh, Elon, I'll type for you, boo. I'll type for you. But my thing is this: why is Elon typing there in front of everybody? He ain't got no desk. He ain't got no office. Darlene, girl, you need to come up in there and make sure your man got himself his own office. He should not be typing there in front of everybody, all right? Y'all need to build that man an office, okay? He continues and says that the arrests in town is down 5% from last year. That's what's up. Oh, he tells Marcel, I gotta find a way to swing that. And Marcel was like, maybe we can persuade him that crime is down and the good guys are winning. Yeah, because the reason why the rest is down because all the rest are on the same side as the crime as the good guys. Ain't nobody getting arrested because they cops. That's why. Y'all know that ain't the case. It's just that we haven't found a way to put the evidence together that will satisfy the DA's office. It still gets to me that Leslie Thomas is still walking around free. Uh-oh, they finna get her ass, y'all. Her name just popped back up at the cops. They finna roast her. They finna get her. Because, we've been talking about this shit. We've been talking about it. Laura talked about it. Now Jacob's talking about it. Yeah, sick Marcel on her ass. Marcella make her ass disappear and keep drinking his coffee, baby. Even though we all know that she tried to kill Laura, Jacob said. Marcel says, well, your ass is upset about a perp being on the wrong side of your wife's family, but not any of the incidences that worked out in the Dupree's favor? Well, you know more about them fucking incidents than I do, don't you? And how the fuck they happened. When you want as many department accommodations as Marcel, boy, this is Elon talking. Then your ass can criticize him, but not before. I didn't mean any disrespect. But the truth is, Marcel, your ass will be out of here pretty soon, right? In due time, Marcel says. Don't go acting like I'm already history around here. Well, your history is my point, Jacob said. Don't you want to go out on a high by bringing some long time perps to justice? Then we get the bop, 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 bop. Hey, hey. Okay, next scene, we are at the guest house, and Tad is there to see Kat. And so she asks him, "What are you doing here?" It's like not late at night. When I was looking at it like from an angle, I thought it was an older episode because from an angle, I was like, "Damn, is that Maurice or Keith?" Because I didn't know who it was. Just from like, if you turn your head real quick, he'll kind of give you that Maurice vibes. I was tripping. I was like, "Is that Keith or is that Maurice?" He says, "Do I need a reason to visit my daughter?" She was like, "Well, both know that our relationship has changed." He says, "And I want to change that. I want to make amends. I want to make amends. And I want to start by you spending Thanksgiving with me." "You want to spend Thanksgiving with me," Kat says, "and not Eva?" "And you remember that Chinese restaurant that we used to go to for Thanksgiving back in Chicago?" "Girl, we have another day with Leslie." Shit. Whew. When I tell you I went on an emotional roller coaster with that bitch last week, we only got 2 days. This girl is getting her FaceTime. She really is. That girl was on every episode last week, and now she's back. The one with the moose shoe turkey. Girl, I forgot to tell y'all. I forgot the girls on the screen. They are at Uptown, baby. So they're there. Her and her mammy. It was bomb. Well, I am hoping that Thanksgiving at Orphe Jean is just as good. Turkey Day used to be our mother-daughter thingy, remember? Even when Alan was alive. And that's another thing. Press pause. They've been talking about Alan a lot lately. I know I brought his ass up. Eva talked about him to Anita at Orphe Jeans, and now she's bringing him up. So they're gonna do some investigation on how that man passed away. Because why in the fuck did she still? Well, maybe he did leave the motorcycle, but to her, maybe in the wheel or something like that. But I feel that they're gonna bring him up. They're gonna definitely bring his death up because they've been talking about it, and everybody's saying like, "Shit, why the fuck this bitch keep walking around like she ain't did shit?" Yeah, it's crazy how much things have changed. Like I've got a whole new family now. Dad claims that he wants me to be as much a part of his life as his other children. As he should. Yesterday, Martin told me he wanted to be closer to me. Oh, Leslie says, yet somehow at Thanksgiving it's still you and me against the world. I thought that you were determined that you were not going to let your modeling career take a back seat to your personal life this time. We're back at the country club, and that is the statement that Nicole has posed to her sister. I realized what I wanted was to be the one making decisions that affect my life. I started so young that it was modeling executive making the choices, and then Bill. And honey, we all saw how that shit turned out. Yeah, Danny, you's right, you right. But girl, you should have at least showed up and did the photo shoot, girl. You should have at least did that, honey. I would have did that. She continues on and says this time she wants to be the one in charge. I mean, okay. Well, do like what I'm hearing, Anita says. Danny says, and I mean, Andre was initially against being in front of the camera. He only changed his mind because he wanted me to be happy. So I decided to make him happy, but not pressuring him to do something he didn't want to do. I have complete confidence that other modeling opportunities will come along. I am Danny Dupree, after all. But this was my one chance to show Andre that he comes first. Mm, I still think he's lying. Well, it sounds like that you and Andre are building something really special. I hope we are, Mother, because to my utter surprise, shock, and awe, I've fallen in love with him. And honey, Nicole is looking, oh, really? Mm. Okay, all right. So we're back at the other table, and Bill is sitting in the other corner. You know, that corner table that they like to sit at that faces the Dupree table. So, of course, he's facing that way. And Tomas is saying, I like you to know that I see myself at the firm for the long haul. And Bill was like, well, okay, good. I'm glad to hear that. You know, frankly, you do remind me of myself at your age. Always ready to establish myself as one of the best. I hope you don't mind if I say that I like to match you an excellent sir. He's an ass kisser. He wants to be partners so bad. Bill was like, hell, I'd be disappointed if you damn didn't. So, yeah. You already showed that you can punch above your weight when you filled in for me while I was in the hospital and when Chelsea was kidnapped. And he was happy to do it. Okay, yeah, good, Bill said. Well, I don't know if you heard, but Haley and I just bought a new vacation home in St. Bart's, and I promised her ass that I'd let work take a back seat while we spend a few weeks there. He was like, well, can I count on you to fill in for me again? I mean, if I ever need a fucking life coach, I'll call your ass. We are back at the damn precinct. And that's what Marcel tells Whisper. Ooh, he says, until then, keep your thoughts about my legacy to your damn self. Ooh, I love it. My shift is over. Then he tosses his coffee in the trash can. Then he walks out, pimps out with that smooth ass walk, grabbing his jacket, baby, from his chair. And he skedaddles, baby. Then Elon turns around, looks at his, what the fuck's gotten into you? I'll tell you. Whoo, child, that Elon, ever since he read him in that damn casino, he has been, he has his whole size 14 foot all the way up Jacob. Marcel was a great cop, Hop, and I hate to watch him throw that reputation away. And seeing Isaiah turn his life around gave me hope that it's possible for other people too. Why you throwing Isaiah in here? Isaiah trying to get some punani, and you just throwing him in there. Isaiah minding his fucking business. Well, I got to take your fucking word for this new and improved Isaiah, since he seems to have no interest in being part of this family. Have you tried to really connect with him, Pop? That nigga know where I am. He does know. I know where you is too, Elon. That boy turned down his mammy's invitation to come to Thanksgiving dinner. Damn, Isaiah, damn. Wow. What about Lucas? You was okay with him turning it down? Are we gonna see him this week? He probably won't be there. Y'all gonna be okay with him doing it, but not okay with Isaiah doing it. I can't fuss out Elon just yet. Darlene, it's gonna be all right, girl. It's gonna be all right. Shit, we found out Isaiah said he gonna take Darlene to lunch instead. That's the mammy. If any of y'all don't know, Darlene is Elon's wife. Yeah. So yeah, he's gonna take her to lunch instead. He said, well, I hope we at least see you and Naomi's asses there. Damn. Of course. We'll be right there for dessert and football. But after the pre-dinner at the country club. Your mom and I are taking your great Aunt Francine a home cooked meal to the retirement home. I'll be Aunt Francine so you can give me some of your cake. Ooh, see, I'm telling y'all, they be listening. He said, poor thing, they've been giving her pumpkin pie instead of sweet potato pie. I told y'all they be listening. Y'all, just let me live in my moment. I told y'all they be listening. I know they be recording 3 months ago, but I told y'all they be listening. Y'all know it's about the excitement and the kiki. But y'all know that they be listening. We just talked about that last week. Pumpkin pie or sweet potato pie. We said that. And then James comes around and talk about the bean pie. But yeah, somebody told me I should at least give it a try, but I don't know if I could just handle anybody pumpkin pie. It's got to be that sweet potato, baby. It's got to be the sweet potato. I miss my mama's sweet potato pie, but we're going to find somebody else that can do it for me. I'm sure she'll appreciate that. She sure as hell will. If her name is Aunt Francine, that's an old name, baby. All she wanted is sweet potato pie. Well, yeah, that's the only way that we gonna get rid of all this food that your mammy is making. Shit, I swear this woman cooks like you and your brother are still living at home, eating your way through anything and everything. So that means if the more they talk about these characters, the more they're gonna be showing up. So that's a clue that more than likely we'll probably be seeing Darlene's face show her face sometime at some point. Man, I never turn out a piece of mom's sweet potato pie. I'm sure that she just made one for you. When's Luke coming to town? Jacob says. He ain't coming. See, I knew that Luke wasn't coming. See, you ain't gonna fuss about that, is you? He volunteered to volunteer on Thanksgiving for the Detroit PD so the officers with kids can take the day off. Well, you got three good sons now. You got some good old boys. Well, maybe Isaiah will change his mind and show up after all. He said, what? Well, yeah, maybe pigs might whistle and meatballs might bounce. What that mean, Elon? Maybe pigs may whistle and meatballs may bounce. Only us, baby. We gonna dig through a damn old time African proverb or country proverb, honey. We gonna do it. We gonna do it, baby. Your brother's way too busy up there with his new life and his new career to spend holiday with his own mammy. And he leaves. He mad. He disappointed. It ain't got nothing to do with Darlene. That's more about Elon feeling kind of some kind of way that Isaiah ain't coming. It ain't got nothing to do with Darlene. I promise you that. Oh, we see Isaiah at the bird cafe. They got him sweat, at the little area right around the neck and under the arm. So we're gonna assume that he just finished working out. All right. So he has some is that some green tea or some coffee? Some green tea. Guess he's gonna replenish and he's looking on his phone. Okay. All right, Isaiah, I see you, honey. I'm glad he has all the hair pulled back. Looks good. Looks good. Whatever race you were running, you definitely won. Now, I I didn't get a transition when Eva was sitting there with her mom talking about Thanksgiving dinner. So how did she leave Leslie to come there to the Bird Cafe? I don't get it. I don't remember them saying, "Well, Mama, I'm gonna leave," or "I see you later, boo. Let's give each other a high five. Let's do our secret handshake." I didn't see none of that. All right, y'all. He was like, "Well, you can catch me though. You can catch me though." I hated that I had to rush off the last time we saw each other. How's Peaches doing? Oh, my dad was able to get her into a drug trial that they might even reduce some of her symptoms. Yeah, that must be a real good relief to you and your mother. Yeah. I don't know Peaches very well, but she's come to mean a lot to me. Partly because she's the only person that can keep my mother in line. But I'm afraid when Peaches is gone, my mother's obsession with my dad will go from bad to worse. It will, honey. It's there. She gonna kidnap Ted and she gonna keep him in that basement and under that house. We're back at the guest house and Ted says, maybe I'm being naive, but I really do want to share the holiday with both my daughters. Why do you keep forcing it, Ted? The girl just found out just a few months ago. Give it a year. I don't like this, y'all. You gotta let people do it when they're ready, honey. You forcing it. It's like give it time. It's like you're not giving it time. Y'all ain't even a year old yet. And it's like, man, just I don't like it. I just don't like that he's trying to make this girl do something that she's clearly not. Everybody knows that she don't want to do it. She just told the girl last week that she wished she was never born. Damn. Read the writing on the wall, bro. I mean, Cat tells him, like, look, that's not naivete, honey. That's stupidity. I mean, she was like, you sure as hell don't want me across the table with Eva with the knife in my damn hand. I knew that that would be your initial reaction, he says, but hear me out. If you and Eva can get along, together this holiday, I'm hoping there'll be more. Listen, Cat baby, I think that you'd be happy if you just let go of that anger towards Eva. Ted, it's just more than just the fact that you had her out of the girl, her boyfriend, and she saw Eva. God Almighty. She says people keep saying that I'm the selfish one, but you're asking me to ignore my feeling so you can have the Thanksgiving you want. Period. I just want to create some good memories for the three of us. It's not gonna work. Okay, I promise I'm gonna stop talking, y'all. But he's She was like, "You mean for Eva. It ain't for the three of us. You mean for her." For an instant, I actually thought that you spending the holiday with just me meant that I mattered again. Like I came first for once, since you found out Eva was your daughter. Ooh, she says, I guess I'll have to accept the fact that I will always take second place to Eva from now on. And she's absolutely right. Because he's definitely been showering Eva with a lot of attention and love and all this other stuff. Maybe, of course, he's trying to make up for lost time, but he does not do that same thing for Kat and Martin. He just doesn't. He's just not a good dad to me. I value all my children equally, he says. She says, which means to you, all Eva, all the time. Until you feel like you've made up for all the times for you not being around while she was growing up. And that's what I just said. He's doing so much to make up for lost time. He really is. Why the fuck am I the only one that always has to change, she says. To accept you decided that you wanted to have a relationship with Eva. Fine. I can't stop that. Although I know it means that I don't matter that much to the person I believed understood me more than anyone else. You have been my miracle since the first day you opened up those big, beautiful eyes and smiled at me, he said. I understand you and I love you dearly. If you did, you understand how much all of this has destroyed me. She says she's choosing herself, just like Nicole said. She says, I'm not going to subject myself to Thanksgiving with Eva. That's okay. It's okay. That's fine. It's still fresh. Let her make that decision. That's just fine. You and Haley have a great time in St. Bart's, okay? You can leave the office to me. We are back at the country club, and that's Tomas reassuring Bill. Go and have a good time. The office will be safe while you gone, bro. He was like, okay, all right. A word of warning, though, Bill says. Haley will probably be so grateful that she'll try to get Caroline to give you some of her special herbal tea. No, she ain't gonna give that to Tomas. Pass, he says. I'm an espresso man. I'm much more effective when you're burning the midnight oil. Bill says, you see? See, that's the kind of work ethic that partners are made of. Oh, Tomas looks so hopeful. Oh, Tomas. Tomas still needs to ask a little bit of acting boost. Just a something. I don't know. He's a good looking man, but he just needs to put his finger in one of the little plugs or something. I don't know what it is, but he needs something. I am surprised at you to use the word love with someone else other than Bill. We're at the other side of the country club with the ladies, and that's what Nicole tells her CC. When Bill left me, I thought my heart was broken for good, but somehow Andre just managed to put the pieces back together. She's so deep. I can't wait for her to walk away. I'm sure that Anita and Nicole are going to be talking about her. Still keep an eye on her. I convinced myself, she says, that it was just a friends with benefits thing. You tell her your mama you were fucking girl. Easy, no strings. But the real gift turned out to be the friendship. Maybe there is something to that marrying your best friend idea after all. Love is wonderful. Children are everything, honey. But liking your partner, that's the glue that holds a couple together. You better say that, Anita. It's easy to be with Andre because he does not expect me to be anything but my authentic self. We even decided to go all in with our commitment by getting real wedding rings. So she shows them the ring. Gorgeous, Nicole says. Look, we wanted it to reflect our relationship and be something totally unique. I never knew how good it would feel to have a man in my life who loved all of me. When I'm telling you, as she's going on and on, Anita looks concerned. She looks like kind of worried. She's like, I know Danielle, and Danielle is just on cloud nine. They still don't feel that she's over Bill, though. But she continues on. He loves all of me, honey, flaws and all. But with Bill, I always felt like I had to be the perfect trophy wife. He's still looking at her. He over there chewing his food up, looking at her. She ain't paying no attention to Bill. She ain't paying no fucking attention to Bill. He just chewing and looking. Oh, we are at the damn uptown and we see Leslie still there on her phone, honey, sipping. And we see Marcel come in and we hear this real sexy ass music playing. Okay. What's the chemistry gonna be like on this screen? Uh-oh. Marcel says, "Hello there, pretty lady. It looks like I'm not the only one get my drink on before being trapped with family for Thanksgiving. Am I right?" Well, I am having a drink, and it is before Thanksgiving. So you do got that much right. This is how I always mess up, coming on too strong. I hope I didn't offend. No offense taken. My daughter says that I can sometimes be she looking real hard. "Hmm, have we met before?" "I don't think I've had the pleasure," he says. I never forget a face. Give me a minute. I'll figure it out. He says if you do, I'll buy your ass another round. Challenge accepted. She took that swallow. She said, "You are a cop." That's right, he says. Is that a problem? So we're back at the precinct, and Elon is trying to get him some to drink at the damn soda machine, and here come Jacob again. Let me go in to see if I can get Isaiah to come and over and spend Thanksgiving with the family, Bob. Look, don't even waste your fucking breath. That boy has not stepped his foot in our house for a holiday since high school. I don't want your ass begging here for a thing. It would just be me telling my brother that we love for him to spend more time with us. The boy should have to ask. He should know how much his mammy misses him. Just mom? Jacob says. I mean, yeah, okay. I mean, all right. I shouldn't be surprised that he don't have the damn nerve to come around the house. Him and his old badass attitude. Now, Elon, I dig you and everything, but that's an apple, honey, and you're the tree. Oh yeah. I don't think that he would have accepted the job at Banneker or moved back to DC if he wasn't trying to connect with all of us. I know you don't see eye to eye, but you're still family. This gotta mean something. I think you're underestimating the influence you have of your mother. He talks so fast. We're back at the Bird Cafe, and that's Eva and Isaiah talking. Yeah, I mean, I've only known you a little while, and you've had a pretty big influence on me. Oh, really? A huge chunk of my brain is filled with thoughts about what could have happened if we hadn't been interrupted after that fucking kiss. And how do you think things would have gone down? In my mind, it got pretty wild. And so you're saying I'm literally the woman of your dreams. I mean, it may sound a little corny and everything, but it's the truth. Man, in my fantasy after that first kiss, I was so intoxicated by the feel of your lips. I had to go back for more. You dig? That sounded like a poem, didn't it? You are incredibly special, Eva. I mean, okay, you are laying it on pretty thick. I'm dead serious, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to prove it to you. Oh God, they about to tongue down again. Here come Ted. Why these people be leaving and showing up at every place so quickly? So they about to kiss. He talking about clearing his fucking throat. You at the cafe? Go get you some green juice. And that was his song playing in the background. Ted Keith gonna make sure his song is everywhere. And as soon as he cleared his throat, Eva and Isaiah turned around because I can't remember if Isaiah and Ted have conversated. So yeah. I'm really looking forward to Thanksgiving dinner. That is, we're back at the country club, and that is Anita. Have you spoken to the children yet? I want the staff here to know how many plate settings we'll need. Wait a minute. So y'all gonna have Thanksgiving dinner at the country club or at the house? Damn, y'all buy out the damn country club for Thanksgiving dinner? Wow. So Nicole gets a phone call from the hospital, so she gets up and takes the call. But they didn't do it, let it buzz. I didn't hear it buzz. Normally it'd be like a zzz. So I guess she had it on silent. Or unless the damn music is so loud at the country club you can't hardly hear it. I won't let you down, boss. I'm serious about the fact that I want to be partner. We're back at the other side of the table. And Tomas tells that to Bill. And Bill's like, okay, I got you. Well, mind you, okay, you're going to need a little bit more experience under your belt, Bill tells him. And I hope that by the time you become partner, that your personal life can be I don't know, a source of support and stability for you. I mean, after what happened with Mike, I want all my partners to be family oriented. Yeah, he got to stay with Cat now. He can't fuck around with Eva. Even if he sees Eva with Isaiah and he gets jealous, nah, that's not gonna help him be partner. Then we go from one talk about one family to the other. Family has never counted much as far as Isaiah's concerned. We are back at the precinct and Elon and Jacob are having conversations. Why Isaiah's name just keep popping up? He trying to get his groove on. Come on, pops, you're going too hard on them like you always do. He goes hard. A lot of teens rebel. He's like, you didn't. And you two was raised the exact same way, boy. Isaiah wasn't happy unless he was stirred up some damn trouble. He just wanted to do things his own way, which was usually the wrong damn way. Your brother Luke raised hell when he was growing the fuck up too. But that was just to have fun and blow off a little steam with his friends. Now Isaiah's ass, Isaiah did a lot of shit to get himself arrested. And why, huh? Why, huh? All because he wanted to embarrass me. Wow. I don't know what the fuck I did to make that boy despise me so. He didn't despise you, Pops. He was just desperate for your attention. He felt like I was the golden child, whatever that damn means. Thank y'all for all of those who answered my golden child question. Thank you. I have never favored any of my children, he says. I gave that damn boy all the attention. I did everything I could to keep his ass on the straight and narrow. I'm just saying. You had high expectations for all of us. And I'll be honest, sometimes it felt impossible to live up to that shit. And I refuse to apologize for being tough. We live in a world that don't cut no black boys no fucking slack. And you ain't lying. I be telling my son all the time, don't take your ass out there and be wild. And he's a good boy. Thank God he's a great son. Great son. But even now, I tell him, take your damn birth certificate, because he's African American. But the way they doing shit, keep that shit on you, your license, all of that shit. Even when you just going back and forth to class, and sometimes he working a part time. Keep that shit with you. Do right, boy. Do right. You gotta work twice as hard to get half as much. I know, Pop, I know. I pushed you boys to be the very best you can be. And I'm very proud of the way that you and Luke turned out. Really? Because you sure as fuck don't always act like it. That nigga. he, st- he was like, shit, you get enough compliments from your mammy. Damn. Wow, Elon. As fine as you is, you mean. Don't be damn late for dessert tomorrow, man. Be rude to keep your mammy waiting. Yes, sir. That's all he can say. And Elon pumps the fuck out of that office. So we're back at Uptown. And so Marcel gives Leslie a martini. And she says, thank you. I haven't had the best luck with the police in this city. He says, I can understand that. Shit, cause you sure look like trouble to me. Don't fuck around, Marcel. Right? That girl, she wearing her little tiger print today. All right? No, leopard print. Yeah. Yeah. You just gonna get bit and scratched. Shit. Both of y'all can go head to head, baby. You've killed and she has too. I believe she has. All right. Well, I'm just one of those women that is unafraid to go after what I want. No. And some people don't like that, including a self righteous little piece of detective named Jacob Hawthorne. If you stopped at self righteous, he says, I would have known exactly who the fuck you were talking about. Damn, Jacob. He and I used to be partners. Yeah, well, he is trying very hard to arrest me. Typical. He tends to go after anybody who doesn't meet his standards. He's been a thorn in my fucking side too. That's exactly why we ain't no longer paired up. And so he's out to get you too, huh? The last thing I want to talk about right now is my job. Oh, he just said he just came there for a drink, baby, and a little company. When you sat down, you said that you were dreading Thanksgiving. Now, I used to be a bartender, which means that I'm a very good listener. So, if you need a friendly ear, feel free to use mine. I'm Ethan's father, and you are? Hello there, sir. I am Isaiah Hawthorne. This is Ted trying to show up. He big time, big bad Ted. I'm Ethan's father. I'm Ethan's. Fuck you, Ted. You just left one daughter. Now you. What y'all got? Y'all got like tracking systems on everybody's phone and shit. Damn, he said Jacob's little brother. I remember you from the wedding. There was an incident where you were, oh, he has a good job at Banneker now, and he's been a really great friend to me. That what the fuck happened at Jacob and Naomi's wedding? Cause everybody, that's the last time they remember his ass. He must have cut a fool. Damn. Maybe him and Elon got into a fight or something. They had to really, really deal with his ass. Fuck you do, boy. So please be nice to him, Dad. He says as long as he's nice to you, Eva, then we ain't gonna have no fucking problem. But I tell you, sis in the background behind Ted, she better be on that phone pantomiming, girl. You better be an extra, having your cup go side to side, boo, on that phone. You better be have your part, girl. You be like, girl, that's me, y'all, that's me. I mean, that's not me. I'm just saying this is people from last year who was recording or earlier this year. But I'm so happy, girl. You better do that, honey. So he's looking at Isaiah like Isaiah need to skedaddle. And Ted was like, Eva, there's something I need to talk to you about. So Isaiah was like, "Oh, okay. Well, I'm due for some fresh juice anyway. So it was nice to meet you, sir. Catch you later, Eva. Bye, Isaiah." So Isaiah leaves, and she's like, "Yeah, acting all overprotective came to as a surprise to me, Dad. It's a dad's job," he says. "So get used to this shit." I think I could. He was like, "Well, I've got a lot of catching up to do to make up all for all the damn years we didn't get to spend together." Oh, get on my fucking nerves about this. Oh, he's got to catch up, y'all, for everything, all the years. I mean, his intentions are good. Don't get me wrong, please. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't. I just don't like that he's trying to make Kat accept it just because he's accepted it. That's all. Let her work it through in her own time. Martin, he did it. And she's been the only girl. Girl likes to. They like to. They don't like knowing that there's another one of them out there. No. So I get it. I get it. So he says, starting with Thanksgiving, full disclosure, I did start with Kat. Now she did turn me down, and I'm hoping that she'll reconsider, he says. And she's like, I'd love to have Thanksgiving with you, Dad. But I've already made plans with Mama. And I just can't abandon her, especially that's supposed to be a day that it's all about family. Well, we see Catherine shows up at the country club and she sees her mom and she just stumps in front of her mother. Like, girl, if you hear some noise, please excuse that. We won't be hearing that much longer. Just trying to readjust. Wow, what brought on that evil expression? That's what Nicole tells Kat. I've been trying my best not to let the situation between Dad and Eva get to me. But he's making it impossible. And what did he do now? He had the nerve to ask me to spend Thanksgiving with him and Eva. I'm sure that came as a surprise. Understatement, she says. I came here hoping to run on the treadmill will calm me down enough that I won't have to cut him or won't want to cut his ass out of my life completely. I mean, the nerve. Why would he think I give up dinner with my family to stare at Eva's lying, cheating face? I mean, she's right. Oh my God. For some reason, I knew she was going to say this. Actually, I think it would be a good idea. Oh my God, Nicole. I suppose there ain't no harm in no little conversation. We're back at Uptown with Marcel and Leslie. And I'd like to learn about you too, starting with your name. Leslie Thomas. And you are Marcel Malone. Well, Marcel, anything you say to me is as safe as if you were confessing to a priest. Only without all that celibacy shit. Don't trust her, Marcel. In fact, there's a doctor I've got my eye on. Now, what's your problem with Thanksgiving? Now, this man is really hitting on her. She don't see it. She don't see it. She don't see that Marcel is literally hitting on her because her focus is so locked in on Ted, and she don't see nothing. Like she said, like the Eva said, she's afraid when Peaches cross over that Jordan River that her mother's gonna get worse and worse. Well, all my wife and I do these days is fight. Wow, y'all fighting? Oh. And lately, she's been talking about wanting out of the marriage. Really? What a shame. Well, if it's that bad, I'd say go for the divorce. Can't, he says. I've got my retirement all mapped out. Sailing the Caribbean, but if my wife take half my assets, damn, I wouldn't be able to afford it. I see. Well, it'd be a shame if after all that planning that you don't get everything you want in the end. And that's just a foreshadowing of yourself, honey. All this planning that you're doing for Ted, you won't get what you want, boo. We're back at the country club and we see Danny drinking. I thought she saw Bill earlier, but apparently she didn't because she looked up and she saw him. Her eyes got big. Anita turned around and was like, "Oh, girl, I'm sorry that you had to see Bill so soon after coming home, honey." Actually, mother, Bill called while I was in LA. He wanted to talk about MCing Winterfest. Speaking of which, while I was on a shopping spree in Beverly Hills, I ran into my good friend Damone Roberts. Stop it, girl. The eyebrow king himself. He's got Rihanna and Beyonce on his client list. Okay, girl, you got my attention. Okay, wait a minute. Mother, you never cease to amaze me. I mean, Anita is like on social media, honey. She be watching. Don't sleep. Class the gray streaks. Do not sleep on the gray streaks, honey. She be watching. Just like me. I be knowing stuff. I be knowing. I might act like I don't know, but it's part of my shtick. Remember? I'm an actress, motherfucker. Well, get this. I was chatting about Winterfest, she says, to try to get another to die for item for the auction. He not only agreed to donate a brow package, but he also said that he wanted to attend. Oh my God, that would be quite the coup. Please tell him that we would gladly accept his offer. I'll call him tonight. Wow, this is definitely really amazing news. I don't want you to think that I've been distracted from my initial thought. Now, how was your conversation with Bill on your honeymoon? It was fine. I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but I feel after years of marriage, divorce, and mutual hostility, I think that Bill and I are learning that we can peacefully coexist with a kiss. Well, I hope you're right, because I don't think that Bill is capable of friendship or any kind of relationship without a hidden agenda. I'm sorry, Uda. What did you mean about by family oriented? We are back on the other side of the country club, and that's Tomas's question to Bill. Okay, well, look, let me explain. I'm not saying that partners have to be married or have children. Shit, that would just be setting the firm up for another lawsuit. I just think that it's best that they have some type of a established, committed relationship so that there won't be any outside distractions or potential scandals. I know, he looks across the room at Danny. I live in a glass house, which is why I'm being transparent here, Tomas. I just don't want my partners repeating my mistakes. And besides, there are very different expectations for partners than there is for an associate. You'd be expected to do more rainmakings, socialize with clients, and clients, they crave stability. And if you're dealing with an attorney that seems to be more settled down, then that means that they're more likely to listen to advice and pay their substantial bills. I don't think my personal life is a distraction on any front. Besides, Kat and I have been dating for a while. Yeah, not without a lot of ups and downs, Bill said. Or so I've heard. Or so I heard. I got my tongues mixed up. Which often happens in early stages of relationships, Tomas says. Bill was like, look, I ain't blaming you, all right? Okay? Kat, like all the other Dupree women, has a strong personality. I know that shit. But I want you to keep in mind how your personal life can affect and impact your career. I can't believe that you think that it's a good idea that I should be spending Thanksgiving with Dad and Eva. We're back in the lobby portion of the country club with Kat and Nicole. I know it wouldn't be easy, but it might be the first step in making peace with your half sister's place in your father's life. You don't want to spend Thanksgiving with me? Of course I do, honey. But I'm thinking about the big picture, Nicole says. First, Dad says he's not going to spend Thanksgiving with me if Eva's not a part of the deal. And now my own mother is trying to kick me out the family dinner. Catherine, girl, you just being real extra, girl. They are not trying to kick you out the family dinner. Even if you just go for an hour, sit with Ted, smile, and then leave, he'll be happy. You don't have to stay the whole time, honey. Take you to go a doggy bag or a to go box or whatever, but it ain't that deep, girl. It's like I'm everyone's afterthought, she says. Nicola's like, you know that ain't true. But the family dynamic has changed, and we all have to adjust to that. I think the gym would give me more comfort than here, she says. Although the way my day is going, evil Eva will probably pop up on the treadmill next to me. Probably so. Nicole's like, I can't win for losing. But it's amazing that she's right there in the same space as Tomas and they don't even know each other is there. Okay, so we're back at the Bird Cafe and you see Eva is there thinking about when Leslie threw her ass out and put her clothes in trash bag. And so now she's thinking about Ted, giving her the okay to call him Paps. So we're not gonna go through all that. We already those are old episodes that's replaying back in her mind. And when he gave her a birthday gift, so I thought he said that was a memory of him calling her. She said he can call. He gave her a birthday present. That's what it is. She thought about and thought about Leslie kicking her ass out. Hopefully that will open up her brain because Leslie don't give a fuck about you, girl. So he did not. Please don't correct me. Yes, I know in the memory he did not tell her to call him dad in that memory. I know. Okay. I know. Everything okay with you and your dad? This is Isaiah coming back from getting his extra green juice to check on Eva. Yeah, he asked me to spend Thanksgiving with him. Then why do you look bummed? Because my mama would crash the fuck out if I chose my father over her. Till you turned him down. I had to. So the background girl who was on the phone earlier, he asked him, can he grab the chair? She's still there. Go ahead, girl. You better do that, sis. Then she said, yes, you could take that chair because he wanted to grab an extra chair to sit down with her at the table. Well, Eva at the table. For my money, the guy's got the father thing down. I thought he might forbid me to come at least 100 feet from you after he almost caught us kissing. Since he missed out on proms and first boyfriends, I guess he decided now was a good time to treat me like a fucking teenager. Can't say I blame him. I know I don't have the best reputation in town, so I'm gonna have to show him that I'm a changed man. I don't like if Isaiah is sweating like that, you know he stinks, right? Are they gonna throw this in the script? That maybe he should go over to her apartment and take a shower or something? Because he's very sweaty. Yeah, someone worthy of his precious daughter. But first, you have to prove to that daughter that you should keep her around, that she should keep you around too. Well, then why don't we pick up where we left off? So he leaned in to kiss and zoop, zoop, zob, zob, zoop. His phone starts to buzz. So Ted does not have anybody to spend Thanksgiving with. Woo. You know, I'm never more at peace than when I'm with Sheila. We are back at Uptown, and that is Marcel talking to Leslie about his yacht. I just can't lose her, he says. She's like, wait a minute. I thought you said all you do is fight. Oh, no, no, he says. Sheila's my boat, not my wife. But I'm worried about that. My worst half is going to ask for custody of Sheila in my divorce. Does your wife like to sail? Hell, she gets seasick at the sight of the ocean. The woman just can't stand to see my ass happy. She sounds like a real bitch. Damn, Leslie. It takes one to know one, huh? He said, I ain't saying all that, but I ain't mad that you said it. Your wife sounds a lot like a woman I know. A judgmental shrew who drove her husband away and then got mad and got her panties in a bunch when she learned that he had a kid with a woman who actually understood him. I bet your wife will be equally mad if you show up with a new lady on your arm. Old dude like me. She says, old, mature, masculine, and a good conversationalist. And that's very appealing. Oh, she said, who knows? I just might be sunbathing on Sheila's deck. Whoa, y'all was playing it a little bit, it tilts a little bit, cause I cuss, but damn, Sheila's deck. I thought you said you had something going on with some doctor. He says it's just a situation ship. Now, unless he makes it exclusive, I'm a free agent, baby. Go ahead. Now, okay, I'm liking this. Okay, you're not being petty. Don't take me on no roller coaster ride, y'all. I'm liking this. I do. I can't lie. She's redeemed herself. And they clinked glass and bottle. And after they did, they just looking at each other, taking their sip. And Ted comes in and sees them at the table together. He don't look too happy. I know Crystal, I saw your damn comment, Crystal. You said you just assume, Char, that Ted is jealous. Ted ain't jealous. Just let it. Crystal, you know what I do. You know I be guessing, honey. Let me guess and have fun. And then we gonna see it as it happens. You know I do that. He don't look necessarily jealous, but he looks like, damn, okay, all the women in my life turned me down. Pretty much. And he always knows he can fall back on Leslie. He does. I don't think he went there to expect to fall back on her, but if she was there by herself, he knew that he can get a boost from her. He knows that. That's without fault. He knows that all the time. So yeah. Back at the Bird Cafe, Isaiah takes the call. I'll let you get that. So she walks away. Eva walks away so he can take his call in privacy. Or as the British says, privacy. What's up, bruh? What are your plans for Thanksgiving? Let me know. Take out and chilling out on my couch, he says. I know you got a dinner invite, bro. Why are you trying to eat takeout alone? Because it'll be more pleasant than getting into an argument with Pops. We all know how that damn movie ends. You got a point. Mom really didn't appreciate her homemade biscuits being thrown across the room. Is it that bad? Yeah, Isaiah got that pissed off? Damn, you did have an anger problem, young man. Yeah, she didn't talk to any of us for days. God dog. Yeah, it was real nice for her to invite me, but I think that she'll be more happier without me being there. What about Pops? Like, I know he'll never admit that shit, but that old man misses you, dude. He hides it well. Well, look. How about a compromise? Spend Thanksgiving with some of your family, all right? Naomi and I are having dinner with the Duprees. You should come by. Isaiah is doing it right. He says, I wouldn't want to impose. It's at the country club, so adding another plate won't hurt. So it is at the country club. Wow. They're not going to have Rowena. Are we going to see Rowena? Probably not. Talking about adding another plate won't hurt. You ain't no Dupree. How you gonna tell him that adding another plate ain't gonna hurt? Pull up, bro. Why spend Thanksgiving alone if you don't have to? So Isaiah says he'll think about it. He'll think about it. He'll catch him later. And he does the thinking pose. He hangs up the phone and then he puts the finger on his chin, doing that thinking thought. Okay. I ran into Kat in the lobby. Tad asked her to join him and Eva for Thanksgiving dinner. We're back in the country club with the ladies, and that's Nicole telling Danny and Anita what happened. Oh, hell no, Danny says. Nicole's like, well, unfortunately, girl, that was her reaction too. And when I suggested that she reconsider and taking him up on his offer, well, that didn't go over too well. Well, of course, Kat is having a hard time adjusting, honey. She has a surprise half sister who's her age. I really do think that she started to come to terms with it, Nicole says, until she heard her call him dad. That would have set my ass off too. Her laying claim to him like that. That's daddy. Ooh, can you imagine if Leslie is Vernon's daughter? How Danny's ass will kirk the fuck off? Wow, she would blow all of Fairmont Crest off the map if Vernon did anything like that behind damn Anita's back. I think that Eva's taking a page out of Looney Leslie's playbook. Oh, please do not compare the two, Nicole says. Eva is a very sweet girl who just wants to build a relationship with her father. And she should. Even if it devastates your daughter, Danny says. Kat is a lot stronger than you give her credit for, sissy. And she needs to adjust to the fact that Eva is now a part of her father's life. She needs to see that Tad having a relationship with Eva doesn't diminish his love for her any more than his relationship with Martin does. My mother used to always say, the heart has the ability to stretch beyond human understanding. Kat will always have a special place in Ted's heart. And the one thing Dupree women did right was choose men, despite their fucking flaws, who are excellent fathers. And they are. I don't know about Ted when it comes to Martin and Kat. I don't know. That's debatable, Anita, when it comes to Ted. Oh my God. We see Kat leaving from the gym. Tomas runs into her. Kat, what is wrong? He doesn't say, hey, babe, it's good to see you. None of that. Did they just leave each other? I don't know. So she's so focused, and so she turns around. She's like, oh, I have a Thanksgiving dilemma. So lay it on me, he says. Maybe I can help you solve it. Dad asked me to spend Thanksgiving with him and Eva. And like I said, I'm really trying to go along to get along. I am. So I was seriously considering it. Really? Okay. But then I mentioned the idea to my mom, and then of course she's used to spending Thanksgiving with me. Oh my God, you a manipulator, Kat. Catherine. I hate, with them big doughy eyes. Hate to choose between my parents. So she's such a manipulator. I might have a solution to your dilemma. So we're back at the country club. The ladies are sitting there still talking, and Bill comes up. Ladies, I hate to interrupt, but Danny, I thought that we could finish our conversation about Winterfest. Nick, she just plopped her ass in town. Don't you see that we are here talking with my mama and my sister? I'm trying to catch up. I am not talking about no Winterfest. She told him to wait till after Thanksgiving, didn't she? It ain't after Thanksgiving, Bill. Slow your roll. Anita says, you continuing your role as MC is solely due to Danny's insistence. I do now, he says, and I'm glad that Danny didn't lobby for Andre to take over that damn role. Oh my God, you playing so petty. You're showing Anita and Nicole that you're jealous. You're so fucking petty. You being MC is tradition, Danny says. Well, I hope that the rest of your honeymoon went well. Oh, it did indeed. It did indeed. Thank you for asking. I still can't believe how happy it makes me to talk about my marriage to Andre. Who'd have thought? I mean, we're well on our way to a happily ever after. He looks so sour. He don't like that shit at all, and he's gonna drop that tea to Andre about them kissing. I know he is. I know Bill is. He's petty like that. And I knew it. Like I said months ago, before y'all new people came, I said months ago, I said, once that motherfucker find out and see Danny with somebody else, and especially if they're younger, he ain't gonna like that shit. And I was right on it. The great way to over picking one parent over the other would be to spend Thanksgiving with me. That is Tomas's what is it? A solution to Kat's dilemma. We know she ain't got no dilemma, honey. Oh, wait a minute. I thought you had plans with the associates at the firm. You'd ought to much better company. There's a great little bed and breakfast in Chesapeake Bay where we could spend the whole weekend. Oh, I am so happy you want to spend the holiday with me and only me. Now that was funny. He says, I've seen the others, I've seen the size of the rooms. No one else could fit. That was cute. Now that was the most life I've seen this character play since he's been on this show. I really like that. He needs to be more like that. Whatever that was, he needs to play that role more. It was cute. It was real cute. I suggest that you let both of your parents know that you got the bed offered. I accept, she says. He says, good. The two of us are getting very serious, and it's time everyone knows it. Sorry about that. My brother was trying to get me to nag the fuck out of me to me to spend Thanksgiving with him. We are back at the Bird Cafe with Isaiah telling that to Eva because she finally came back after he hung up the phone. So why don't you? I don't have that kind of connection with my family that you have with yours. You get along a hell of a lot better with your brother than I do with Kat. I suppose that it could distract from spending all the holidays missing you. Oh, wow. He's really digging Eva. It seems like fate keeps getting in the way of us getting on a real date. Maybe fate is just trying to help us out. All this stopping and starting is building anticipation that I don't think reality could ever satisfy. Why don't we put it to the test? Let's lock in a plan to get together after the holidays. We can meet here, compare notes on whose family gathering was crazier, and see where things go. Back. Looking forward to it. Until then, I think we need a little something to hold us over. Honey, she grabbed his face and started kissing him, honey. That's that deep, deep kiss. You grab that man by the face, and then you put them lips in the place. The doctor that I was just talking about just showed up. We are back at Uptown, and so she sees Ted coming in, and he's looking just weird. So I better get going. But it was really nice talking to you. It really was. Some other time, he says. She says, who knows? Maybe I'll be thinking of you when I'm making a donation to the Police Booster League. A big one. He said, ooh, she says, I'm very rich. Hey there, teddy bear. She goes over to meet with Ted at the bar. He talking about, you do realize that guy you were sitting with is a cop, right? What you do now, he says. She says, ha ha. Yeah, that Marcel is all about serving and protecting. Sorry if seeing me with another man made you jealous. Your personal life is your business, he says. But I hope you don't mind me honing in on one aspect of it. Hone away, she says. He says, I want to spend Thanksgiving with Eva this year. I know that you two normally spend the holiday together. Would you mind if I join you this year? Wow. That would make the holiday for our daughter, I mean. Wow. Ted, you're doing too much. You don't even know you're doing too much. You messing with this girl's psyche. You really are. I mean, we were actually planning on going to Orphe Jean's. He says, great. Dinner is on me, he says. Well, this is going to be an unforgettable Thanksgiving. And that is the end of episode number 178 of Beyond the Gates. That was dope. I really had a great time. I didn't skip over anything except for Eva's memory. But other than that, I really had a good time recapping this. This was really, really good. Okay, so let me go ahead and get this uploaded. I might try to throw some pictures. There was nothing really that popped for me. So it was more of the conversation and more than anything. Of course, the fine men. All the men was on this episode, right? All the men. Except for like Martin and Smitty and Tyrell. But everybody else, yeah, it was cool. And Joey. Yeah, well, never mind. All right, let me go ahead and get this popping and upload it, and I will talk to y'all in the next video. Bye.